Welcome back, guys, on my YouTube channel. Today I'm very excited because I started working and building also some different kind of bikes. I'm trying to create, let's say, a new segment of a hooligan bike, so something that is a mix between the street and off-road. And today we are here with the Ducati Hypermotard 698. There's quite a lot going on this bike, so let's dive into it and I'll tell you all the modifications that we have here for this very unique bike. Front end of the bike, we went and placed the Ultralight Rebel X kit because now also a taller windshield is coming out, so two different versions. We had to custom design this for the Ducati Hypermotard. I don't know if anyone will be interested in this sort of kit for this kind of bike, but in production a few parts more have been made so that if anyone wants to order it, you'll find it at Rebel Exports. On the tower we made some customization. We went with the white frames headlight, so we have 80 watts total of light for a really good lighting at night, both high beam and low beam, better than the OEM, which is basically almost an enduro headlight. On the tower, that you already know, has a lot of features where we can place our instruments further or closer to the handlebar. We can raise it up or down, we can tilt the angle. We went and placed the DMD2 tablet. In my opinion, this is one of the best tablets in the market, really versatile. And with the new off-road mount, you have dampening system, but most of all, you have protection around it in case of crash. Below the tablet, we placed the OEM dashboard in a more visible position. It's down below, meaning you're able to see the tablet but also the OEM dashboard. Everything is nicely enclosed in the tower. You don't see cables lying around. This makes it a really slick look. Then on the tower you always have the 4-way fuse box with LED error indicator. You can place any power device you want, and if the fuse breaks, you'll get a red LED. On this build we also used two switches, so both sides of the tower have an on-off switch with LED, because one commands the power, as we have the plug-and-play wiring harness going directly to the battery. In this way we are able to activate or deactivate the power whenever we want, even when the bike is turned off. And on the other side we have the on-off switch commanding one of the two lights, but we made it so that you can use the OEM thumb switch to have the high beam if you want, but for the low beam you'll need to press the switch to turn it on, since sometimes I personally prefer just to have both lights turned off during the day, especially if I'm riding off-road. Something really cool is going on with the wheels. These are custom wheels, and we changed the front for a 19-inch because the Ducati comes out of the dealership with 17 on the front and 17 on the rear. This we went for 19 on the front and 17 on the rear. Custom wheels with spokes. We then changed the brake disc. We went with a Motomaster brake disc. This disc has much more power when going on to the brakes. Always staying on the wheel, we put these SM Project bumpers. In case you crash, you'll wear out this and not your fork leg. So these are for a better protection, but I think also from an aesthetic and design point of view, they look really cool with the anodization on the outside black and here internal in red. Moving backwards, we have a really nice CMT Composite, an Italian company, carbon bash plate. This bash plate really goes around the whole engine and provides a great protection even here for the radiator holes, but also the lower part of the engine casing. With the front wheel that has changed, also we have a bit more ground clearance to be able to ride it a bit more off-road. In fact, we placed some more off off-road tires, the Scorpion Rally STR on the front and on the rear. Focusing always on this part of the engine, I wish I had a bit more time because I would have wanted to make these hoses that are black, make them in red like I do on my rally builds, but maybe in future this can be a product, if there is a lot of demand, that I could manufacture. Moving back to the engine casings, we added an SM Project clutch cover. This is CNC machined, anodized in red. It also has another part to it, but with this bash plate we weren't able to fit it, so we made a combo, made it fit in this way, so it provides protection, but at the same time we didn't have to trim the bash plate. From this side view, you'll be able to see we changed also the exhaust. We went for the Spark exhaust. I really like the sound of this exhaust system. I know very well the company. They're based in Mantova in Italy. They also have a lot of experience in the World Moto2, Moto3 Superbike Championship. They offer a wide range of exhausts, both homologated and not homologated for more race use. I love all their exhausts that are made with the carbon fiber end. This exhaust, having tested the bike, provides a bit more torque to the bike, but also I enjoyed the sound much more. One thing I enjoyed designing was the full sticker kit. We got inspiration from one of the factory motocross bikes, and then we made the graphic to fit the Ducati Hypermoto. I believe this graphic is really unique. I haven't seen, neither on the web nor in dealers, nowhere, any bike with this factory look mixed with the matte finish that by now you know I really like. It really gives the 698 a factory racing look that you can spot from really far away. For those that have been subscribed to the channel for a long time, now it's the part you prefer of the video. Selle dalla Valle. Thanks to the long-term relationship we have with Selle dalla Valle, we were able to have them customize the Ducati seat and put the quick dry leather that usually we use in rally and Dakar bikes. This not only provides more comfort when riding for many hours, but in case of rain, you'll wipe your hand and it will be immediately dry. As always, in the back, we have the camo humps with a layer of memory foam underneath. These also help a bit with grip in case there is mud. This is not a bike to take in the mud, but it will be taken off-road. Together with the graphic and the whole bike, I like how the design using only one kind of material ended up looking. This seat cover really improves the comfort of the bike, and I like its simplicity, giving it a minimalist look. From the rider's perspective, now you see the tablet. It's at a really good viewing angle when you're sat on the bike, but how do we command this tablet? We do it with the DMD switch. This has a nice joystick to move around the menus, plus the buttons, and also this thumb switch, because if we want to take part in some rally and really feel like we are, you know, scrolling the road book, we'll do it with this switch. It's really a great bundle. I always suggest it on all my bike builds. If you're going with the DMD tablet by Torque Racing, also always get their switches. They have different versions, so you can adapt them more or less to every bike. This has the feature of the joystick that, compared to other builds I did, it didn't have. Usually my recommendation is that if you do road, off-road, you know, 50-50%, go with the toggle switch. If you're doing mainly off-road, then go just with the buttons and with the thumb switch. Last but not least, we added also the SM Project handlebar upper riser, made in 7075 aluminum, all CNC machine and anodized red like the clutch cover and the front wheel dampeners. One useful feature of this mount is that it lets you either mount a bracket like for your GoPro or for other devices, or it comes with this bracket that you place here on top. Well, I didn't place it because I wanted to show you all the bling, where you can put either a Garmin GPS or any device that has the amps configuration. Having it designed this way at an angle, it makes it perfect perfect, because if we wanted to put, for example, a Garmin Montana here, a smartphone, and have the tablet, we have everything in the same view and we are able to check both devices. Well guys, it's almost about time to end the video. I'm really curious what you think about this new segment I'm trying to build. I love to experiment. You know, everyone has different tastes, so it's very subjective. Some will say how cool this bike is, others will say it's useless. But either way, I'm really interested in your feedback and in your opinion. So comment down below what you think. Also comment down below if you already own the Ducati Hypermoto. I would love to know which upgrades you did that maybe I didn't do and can consider doing further on for this customer from the Netherlands. Let me know what suggestions of other upgrades we could do to this bike. This bike now will go all the way to the Netherlands and probably you'll see it around Europe, because the owner of this bike has in plan of going around Europe with the Ducati Hypermoto and doing also some test trails. Well guys, thanks so much for tuning in, watching this video, supporting the channel, supporting me on my road to Dakar. We are very, very close from when I will leave to go in Saudi and race my 7th Dakar. I'm really excited and can't wait to be there, even though I know it will be so tough. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, to follow me on Instagram for live content of when we do bike builds. For example, here I also posted a bit of how I was 3D scanning the bike in order to design the mount for the Ultralight kit tower. Once again, thanks to everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!